Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of Tina's Tiny Tuesdays. I dropped my keyboard. Off to a great start already, I see. Off to a clumsy start. Today, I'm going to just kind of be making whatever the vibe is, you know. First thing that really spoke to me when I was thinking about how I was feeling and what I wanted to paint was lava and volcanoes, and yeah. So we're gonna be starting off with a volcano and then just going from there, seeing what else is the vibe. Maybe some beaches, things that are calming and other stuff. But you know, first I thought I'd start off with chaos and nature paving a new way. So I'm just putting down my colors. Got some yellow, got some orange. I need red, of course, if we're gonna do like lava and kind of go for that fire and get that heat in there. So I'm putting down deep red and crimson. And I will need maybe some blue for kind of the sky, maybe to make like a nice gray. But yeah, to start off, we're gonna be doing death nature. Yes, Katrina, there shall be a beach. Hello. Hello, my lovely sister. But first, a volcano. Oh, I just realized that I have this on constant repeat. Once it stops looping this time, then I'll change it to something else. We're just gonna make our sky kind of bluish gray. Gonna get some white, gonna get some black, get a touch of this phthalo blue. Now it's time to change out the music. I got this dark gray. It's a little too dark. So we have our smoke rising up from the volcano. Oh, sorry for the yawn. That is rude of me. I mean, yawns happen, you know. But I'm just trying to build up the puffs of smoke, the clouds, trying to do like layers. I think we're getting some nice big puffs of smoke. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's time to start putting in our volcano. So I'm gonna get a touch of blue with the black. Just so that there's some other color to the rock. I'm a little low energy today, guys. I just I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But you know, it's quite all right. We are still chug-a-lug-a-lugging. Train doesn't stop just because the conductor is sneezing, you know? I'm not sneezing, but you get the metaphor, right? Right? Just going down and making some lines of orange. Just trying to think about like how the lava would flow, how the rocks would sit. Just trying to think about what would make sense, you know, for the rocks. And then I'm going to add more detail to the volcano as far as like the rock texture and stuff. And first I just wanted to get the general idea of how it's flowing down. I want to say downstream, but it's not like a, you know, it's not a river. I mean, it's a river of lava, I guess. So I'm just adding some more black to some areas where there would be like a shadow nearby, or like a dip. Adding some red to our lava. I was making a bonfire on Saturday. We had our vocational Bible school with my church, and after all the activities were over, like all the Bible lessons, and we had like a bonfire. We roasted marshmallows, but it's just amazing how much heat can be generated. Because I like the heat. I like the summer. I like hot weather and hot showers and like jacuzzis and all that type of stuff. But it's just kind of a different kind of heat when that heat is just occurring from just the raw power of fire. It's just a different ball game. And I accidentally spilled lighter fluid on my shirt, so I was like, I'll be back. I gotta go change. We had like so much wood piled up, but it burned so quick and so fast. And it was just like, oh my gosh, we didn't even have time to roast s'mores. And the fire's already gone. And so I had to make a second fire, a smaller fire. There's just something impressive about magma and lava. It's just always kind of fascinated me a little bit. Hey, DJ Cal, how you doing today? Oh, okay. Well, Katrina beat you to it. She was here almost instantly when she saw that there were beaches in the title. She was just like, beach? And then she hasn't said anything else. But, I'm good. How are you? Although I do have a little low energy today, I probably need some vitamins. And now I'm going to do a, as I keep building up the layers of lava and stuff, I'm just gonna do kind of like a little bit of a glow effect. Just have some orange, just kind of on the edges. And then let's actually make it like cool down. It's like a full-blown like river of lava. Watch this. And for the most part, that's gonna be our volcano. Do want to add some darker smoke near the source of the magma. And then like some shooting up too. Just to give a little bit more action going on to the piece. A little bit more danger too. And then we have, there we have our first painting for today. What do you guys think? Nice little volcano. Just exploding everywhere. Next we're going into a more calm direction. But still keeping the temperature high. Gonna use phthalo blue as a base for our sky instead of my usual brilliant blue. I mean, I can go back in and use some phthalo blue, brilliant blue as well in some areas, but I wanted to use phthalo blue as the base today. With using these different shades of blue, there's just like a slight difference. A slight difference in how the colors mix and how the overall like tone. It really just depends on what you're feeling. Hello, Mark. How you doing today? I'm gonna make some clouds, or at least the basis for some clouds. Oh, thank you, DJ Cal. Gonna add some more details to the tops of our clouds. I'm pretty much gonna leave the bottoms alone because those are gonna be the shadows. I'm just gonna slowly add some white to the tops, kind of make them look a bit more fluffy. I think the clouds are starting to look nice. Not that they would look terrible before. I always wanted them to have that nice, fluffy, cotton candy type of feel. You know, just looking like cotton balls and marshmallows and all that stuff. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Eh.
You said, or did you eat it all? Did you eat?
I ate. There's only a pepperoni left.
Trying to ruin my plans.
I'm sorry, Bina.
No, you didn't tell me. I was about to go on a walk. How can I go on a walk when there's nothing to eat when I come back?
You could have a ham sandwich. Turkey sandwich.
They're like no buns. Where's our buns? Oh my goodness gracious.
What's in the circle? Is that chicken?
Chicken.
There's something in foil on top of the greens.
Fried chicken. You ruined my life.
I'm sorry, Bina.
Oh my gosh, if I would have known. I already wasted 6 minutes. Could have ran to the car. Woo 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 woo. Now I want me to exercise.
Gonna get some green. You know, I've had the time, I just haven't done it. I just keep forgetting about it, to be honest. DJ Cal. Making some tree lines in the distance. How is it the mic sounds so good? It's face anyway for me. It's one of those condenser mics, I think. So it takes in sound of from like a cone, I think, not like but it's definitely one of the mics where you're not supposed to get like up close on it, because if you do, it'll just sound weird and different. Here in this sand just to make it a little bit darker. You need to take DJ lessons from me then. Nah, I bought a certain type of mic because I used to have one of these, but my nephew, I still keep it because my nephew likes to play with it, but when he was younger, he got into it and he threw it and it broke. So, and it was like past the warranty, and so I switched to this type of mic. Yeah, I don't think those type of mics are necessarily bad. The only downside to this mic is that it takes in a lot of background noise, and so like if my dad is watching TV, or when I would use this mic to play Dungeons and Dragons and my sisters would be in the other room having a conversation, I'd have to mute because then they could hear all of my sisters' conversations. So it's good at picking up noise, but that's a downside when you live in a household with a lot of people. It would be different if I was painting in a studio, but I'm just painting in the kitchen. So, I often get other people's lives in the background. Just adding some indication of waves and the water moving. Putting in some rocks. Some rocks over here, closer to the beach as well. I always find that painting rocks is a tiny bit difficult. I never know if I want to start with the shadow or start with the highlight, and I find myself just kind of moving back and forth in between the shadow and the highlight. I mean, eventually it all kind of works itself out. But as far as like what's the right thing to do, I don't know. And I feel like it's easier to paint rocks with an angled brush. That's just me. I'm not saying that's a rule that I read in a book anywhere. That's just my personal experience. And some things you really just gotta play with and go back and forth with anyway. Because these rocks look very different than the rocks I started with. And that's fine. That's a-okay. Sometimes you just gotta fill things out, work it out, play with the light and shadow. And look at references and try to carve out the correct shapes. And then brown. Maybe add some buildings, some roofs in the distance. Maybe they're just like, you know, little huts or stands where you can like go and like get some drinks or some snacks. Got some people splashing and stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Oh, the bag is right in front of me. Okay. Okay, so I have this canvas that I painted that shade because I had extra paint that I didn't want to just go to waste. And so I think I'm gonna use that for like a sunset. Or at least the base color for a sunset. Just kind of work on top of that. Yeah, I love driving at like golden hour and just like watching the sun just go down and the sky just change colors. Sometimes I think about like setting up like an easel somewhere and just painting a sunset, but then I'm like, bugs be crazy at sunset. They it's like you can just see them so much more, and it's, yeah, and in my experience, when I do paint outside, bugs, they just like to get in your paint and just try to be a part of your painting. They just like to sit on top of the wetness and then just be there, and I'm just like, well, now I have to get a palette knife and try to get this fly off this fake water. Bugs are so weird. Bugs are so weird. I'm gonna use Phthalo Blue again for our sky. starting to think I chose the wrong shade of blue. I feel like I probably should have used ultramarine as a base. I feel like ultramarine mixes a little bit better with orange. Because ultramarine, I don't know, orange and ultramarine, they just don't go into the brownish area as much. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Remembering. There we go. That's okay. That's what I want to happen. We got the $1 million man over here.
Huh?
Talking about you just running like this in place.
Because I was just running outside. Woo. Oh, it's kind of like the other one. I like. Here.
Yeah, the volcano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with this one. Just have to add in the blue for our wave. I'm being very, very light with my strokes right now.
Oh, you found the marker.
Yeah, the marker that Noah ruined.
Who was it?
It was, I guess he threw it when he was done coloring with himself because it was like over here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I did look for it. I tried to say.
I'll never clean that brush.
Here you go, Tita.
Oh, thanks, B.
Girl, tea.
Okay, so going in back in with the blue. Before I forgot to put in the sun for the sunset. So that was silly of me. And now we're going back in with the blue. And I don't want to completely cover over this orange. Not orange, that's just like, what is this, yellow ochre? I don't want to cover that up, so that's why I'm working in parts. Working in the blues first, trying to put those in. And then I'll come in and add the other colors. And I am looking at a reference, just so you know. This isn't just off the top of my head. And I'm gonna add some darker oranges in there too. Well, I say darker, but just like our standard orange that we used in the other piece, the volcano one. I'm gonna add some of that. I'm gonna add some yellows too. Maybe I will make this a little deeper, a little darker. Add some of our crimson to the orange, just to kind of make it a little darker, a little deeper, give it a little bit more contrast. So a little bit of a kind of like a blood orange tint to some parts of the sun too, at least in the photo that I'm looking at. No, I don't know what I'm doing for dinner just yet. It is Taco Tuesday. Tacos don't sound too bad, but I don't know if I want tacos today, you know? I feel like I'm more likely to eat tacos on like a Thursday or a Friday. I feel like I'm painting this in a different style than my own. So usually my strokes are pretty smooth. This is, you can like clearly see the strokes in this painting, which isn't a bad thing. It's just, I guess I'm just going with a different approach to this because there is such drastic color changes. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate that. Just trying to get the wave to look a little bit more realistic. Yeah, yeah. See what I was telling you earlier? Oh, you mean the person that's the current song is by? Yeah, I use Soundstripe music to play as background when I'm streaming. And they have a lot of different artists that upload there. And so, oh, I saw the wave on my monitor and it looks a lot better on my monitor than I thought it did in person. Okay. Okay, maybe I can stop messing with it soon. Maybe it's just one of those things when you see it from far away, you know, you hold it up and you look at it far away and you're like, oh, okay, that doesn't look that bad. But when you're this close to it, you know, it's just like, I don't know about that. Yeah, but Soundstripe, they have a lot of different artists, a lot of different songs and in different genres. Fake it till you make it, right? Fake it till you make it. Alright, now that one is done, kinda don't know what to do for the next one, because I've got the lava and beach and waves. Oh my. What's the oh my? That would have been pretty to paint. Oh well, I already have my big wave. I think I'll stay on theme and do something in the water. What about a sea turtle? Yeah, I think I'll do a sea turtle. Aye, sea turtles. I was thinking about Pirates of the Caribbean. Because when Will was asking how Jack Sparrow escaped from the island of Tortuga, I think it. No. whatever island he was abandoned on, and he was like, well, how did he get out of the island? And the pirate was like, well, he got himself a couple of some driftwood and some rope and some sea turtles, and made himself a raft. And he was like, sea turtles? And he's like, aye, sea turtles. I've only seen the first 4. I know there's 5 of them, right? Thank you. Thank you. I like doing character voices. That's one thing I miss about doing Dungeons and Dragons, but I need to take a little hiatus from all the dice games. I'm not sure, but they are entertaining. That's funny. Just outlining our turtle boy for right now. Not doing anything too special, just trying to get the general shape of a turtle on the canvas, which I think it's there. I think this outline looks like a turtle, you know. And I'll slowly start building up the colors and stuff. I'm making sure to start on like the upper left and like go down like in this direction so I can follow the pattern of the shell. I'm just slowly adding colors and just slowly gonna build it up. I will probably blow dry this at some point, but I want to have a good foundation of like the blue mixing with like the brown. Because with the blue acting as kind of like our shadow, it's already helping to really build on top of layer after layer after layer to have different vibrant well, starting with like these diluted colors, and then we'll build upon these diluted colors, and then we'll have a more vibrant pattern and texture on the shell. But first, starting off with kind of like this muted tone with this blue underneath. Kind of the same thing for the face too. Yeah, exactly, layering with the light and the shadows. Kind of like a blue hue. Thank you, thank you. Parts of the shell and the, I don't want to say scales, but it's not skin either. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but there is, like, if it was out of the water, it'd be more of like a white, more of like a white or a yellow. But since it's underwater, it's gonna have that blue tint to it. And even a sort of like a green tint to it in some areas. Now that this has dried a little bit, I'm going to add more of our browns. I'm actually going to get a little bit of red in here too, just to really make that burnt sienna pop. This time around, I'm going to leave more spacing in between so I can really get the pattern on the shell together. And then this back part of the shell, it has more like yellow and white tones to it. So I'm gonna switch brushes, get some white, get some yellow, and just kind of mix it with what I just put down. It might be too much red there, honestly. So I'm just gonna brush it together until it lightens up. Wiping off my brush occasionally to take some paint off. And getting some of this unbleached titanium, mixing that with our white. I'm kind of doing the edge of the shell in that. And then I'm just gonna kind of incorporate some more of that unbleached titanium into other parts of the shell. Just kind of basically outline it in that unbleached titanium. Gonna get some moisture on my brush. Try to get it to be thin, almost ink-like, so I can go in between the cracks. So our shell is mostly done, to be honest. Get some of that unbleached titanium up in here. So there we pretty much have our shell. I mean, there are other things that I'll probably incorporate into it once the shell is completely dry, but it's time to move on to other parts of the turtle, our sea turtle. Kind of too lazy right now to go and find my other shade of brown, so I'm just mixing a new shade of brown. I'm using red, burnt sienna, black, and there's a little bit of unbleached titanium over here, I guess, so that got mixed in there too. But I don't think this is a bad shade, to be honest. I might add a touch of blue to it as well, just to kind of get that opposite of the color wheel spectrum thing going with the burnt sienna, because it's an orangey brown, and so adding blue to it will take it deeper into the browns. Thank you, thank you. You know, I try. And not everything I do always turns out that great or as great as I intend it, but you know, this part of streaming is to get myself out of my comfort zone and to try different things, because when I first started painting, I stuck to very specific scenes. Even like going and like painting animals, like someone had commissioned me to paint a horse. I was just like so afraid to do that, but now I paint animals quite frequently, and so streaming has really helped me to get out of my comfort zone and to try new art things and you know, sometimes do what the audience suggests and just try different things and see what I'm capable of, because if I didn't stream so often and like have to come up with new ideas, then I would just stick to painting the same things, honestly. So thank you guys for watching and being a part of the show and encouraging me to continue painting and chatting with me and subscribing, whether that be on Twitch or YouTube. Well, subbing on Twitch means something different than on YouTube, but but I thank you guys for spending time with me and helping me and giving me ideas so that I can grow. I remember way back when I was still working retail, and then Wednesday and Sunday would be my designated days off, and I would stream on Wednesdays, and I would have like no viewership, and I don't know, it was hard to do it some days because it's just like nobody's watching. Why do I keep doing this myself? But I think I'd even stopped for a while, but I went back to streaming once I got out of retail, because retail was, it became different after the pandemic. It became so different after the pandemic, and there was just so many differences in the customers that we would get and just how they would treat you. I'm glad I'm not in that type of retail anymore. But I'm just thankful for the community that I have. He's got some more spots on his belly. Hello, Richard. You're coming in the last couple minutes. Yeah, I wanted to start off with a volcano, and then from there I was like, well, I'll just stick with tropical. And see where that leads us. Wait, what? Liquid nitrogen? Oh, okay. What an interesting place you work at. Alright, I'm gonna add a couple spots of white and unbleached titanium. And then we're gonna call it for today. gonna try and add some neck folds to our boy. Alright. Oh, excuse me. What a way to end. Okay. So these were our paintings for today. I just want to thank everyone again for stopping by, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, whether you stayed for the whole stream or you stayed for a couple minutes. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. You guys can catch me again on Thursday. If you want to go and check out some past things I've painted, you can go to tinastextportraits.com. Let's see if I have any, nope. Of course, my minis are there for sale. Let me, okay. I'm just trying to hide other layers. There we go. Of course, I have miniatures for sale. Also have some... I am failing at this. I am so sorry. I'm just trying to show what I got, and it's just... There you go. I also got some apparel as well. You know, different things going on. And also there is the actual text portraits as well that you guys can see. I'm trying to go away, Ryan Reynolds Pikachu. Okay, there we go. There's my face again. Alright, everybody. Thank you again for stopping on by. Like I said, if you want to check out any of my other stuff, you can go to tinastextportraits.com. The website is at the bottom, and the links are in the descriptions of the videos.